Thrives removed from the equation as our top team scrap amongst each other. RRQ finally play their card, but it's versus OG, and they come in full aggro. Good shots with the AUG, damage on target. Attempting to reposition RRQ down to 2 players. That's 1 cleanup as the shots hit onto Wizguard, and they are able to repel the initial assault. Aru behind the steering wheel looks to create space and get away. Play on as a solo.
That could have been the opportunity there. If RRQ had fumbled the roll-up, it could have been the chance for Devil to make his way on in, because he's completed that wraparound that we saw him go out wide for and is now pushing him from Chumasera. Could have survived a lot longer. Looked to get a point or 2 on Elims, get some placements coming through, but now the gap is 6 points, and it makes it all that much harder.
And in the conversation of who'd be on top come the end of the day, it's 4 Thrives that are once again getting the crowd hyped up with the plays. 4 Elims in the back pocket, always showing up in the Elim feed as the arena here at the Qiddiya City Grid starts to roar. And Devil did make it in, like you say. RRQ found 2 picks onto OG though, and they're looking for the full flash back over. Aru's got something to say about it. Good for a clash up close. They're trying to force him out of the building and do so. Orangutan out of the running now as they'll be left in second.
And RRQ, another point added to their tally, pushing themselves further and further away. Not too long from now, it could be the Geekay before Thrives. The next challenge over towards RRQ. A nade from Lapar. This is the star player that the desk was talking about, bringing him up as a real clutch potential. Let's see if he's got a little bit more left to give in match 12 of 12. As 4 Thrives currently playing a 2-1 split with Falak, T24 on that western side, IQ much further inland. The back off comes through, and RRQ don't want anything more to do with that high ground, certainly not at the moment.
AGAL finally falls to Furia. And TTG trapped down in the ditch with nades being dashed towards them. T24 throwing them in on target. His eyes lighting up with the idea of a prospect of 4 more points for our top lobby team right now. And as the zone eats through them, they are finding success with ease.
Oh, T24 though stays a little bit too long. There is a response finally from Thunder Talk. AJ manages to thread that one through. Fury are getting picked apart in the meantime on the south side as Al-Ula keep chowing down with their 2 players alive. The rest comes through. Falak wants to suppress the rotate, but Thunder Talk have already lost 1 forwards. This is a wild charge from Falak. He is so overexposed on the hilltop. I'm surprised he didn't go down before. And RRQ are going to chime in. So is Doc from Aurora. Putting them back in their place. They may have broken the sentry, but you cannot get a little bit too ahead of yourself there. Either way, they've done enough. They will be top spot by the end.
10 Elims and 1 representative of the squad still alive and kicking its IQ that was down towards the low ground, so he's safe. Doc watching that angle, like you say, they just hard commit, wanting to get the extra points and prove that they can bully this lobby. Doc lines him up and knocks him down. That solo representative of Aurora at least guaranteeing some extra boon for the squad. Devil still alive in the back of the vehicle as well. He's pathing around. I mean, Flash have been so quiet for so long, but thankfully for them, John, the other squads that were close to potentially forcing them out of that 5th place are already gone. They've already left this lobby.
Yeah, it's going to be nice and safe for them to feel like there's really not much to challenge them, as Al-Ula also bite the dust. But they've done enough to see themselves into that survival stage. It's likely that the tables have started to solidify. The only moving part here is Devil, and he is caught between a rock, another rock, and several hard places. It is a tough approach from this north side, and it needs RRQ to start going down because the placements are already at 2, which means that even just surviving is not going to be enough for him. And he goes down there. That will be our bottom 3. Locked in, Jackie. X-Force Rejects joins Thunder Talk and Gaming Stars taking the tumble down. So, it's all
keys now guaranteed to be crushed, but the dreams live on for an RRQ side that fought for their right to survive here. Another blow back over to Aurora as Doc is shut down. And they're looking for even more. Eyes honed in towards the setup from the 2-2 split of GK. Comes down to who takes then between these 4 remaining squads.
GK with this most central position, Flash with the high ground. As you said before, been fairly quiet over the course of this match so far, but they are starting to extend their influence now. GK in the more central spot, as I said before, but they're much more limited in terms of their maneuverability, in terms of their flexibility. It's a question of if they can force the other teams around them to fight with each other, or in the other instance, allow a team to just get straight up close to you. Now with Team Flash within nading range, it's going to get so much more hard for GK to hold off this location.
And Flash, after paying passive for so long, know that they can take risks now. So they look to advance down onto GK. Good first nade connection to blow one of the squad mates away. Present an opportunity to punish off the back of it, but RRQ with a third-party snipe from distance, starting to steal those points and increase the pressure that's mounting on Flash's shoulders.
Secure in their 5th place, but they'd like to go further to try and join on the point scoring, a little bit higher up on the tables. 4 Thrives, OG, Aurora, Enigma Galaxy, these 4 teams pretty much, they have made it into those grand finals directly. Flash will be joining them as well. It's really, I don't think it's possible. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not possible at this stage for Ulf to catch up. I don't think there's enough points left in the lobby to make up the difference, especially when you consider that Flash will also be getting placement points for a minimum of 4th place. And whatever else they're able to purloin from the rest of this lobby.
Just about the showmanship at this point. Giving themselves some extra confidence going into the... knowing you've got the taking it to them.
The wolves at the door, and they will echo with the sound of a shotgun shell, and now it's Lepar. He is in a 1 versus 1 technically. He's got a little bit of time here with Kelsey to deal with on the low ground. He finds it, and now there's only one more player up top for him to deal with. They will a little bit of time here with Kelsey to deal with on the low ground. He finds it, he is there up top for him to deal with. They will a little bit of time here with Kelsey to deal with on the low ground. He finds it, he is there up top for him to deal with. They will a little bit of time here with Kelsey to deal with. have proved themselves to be deserving of that top spot as well. From that PMGO season, people still sometimes had questions. Not me, never me, but some people certainly questioned, are they a mainstay team? Can they keep it going? The answer in this group, a resounding yes against some of the strongest teams in the world.
They've had such resilience, such beautiful individual skill as well with the plays we've seen from the entire roster, passing the baton at multiple times to guarantee themselves more and more inside of these battlegrounds. And I'm very glad that we'll get to see more from them. It's unfortunate we'll have to say goodbye to some of our teams, John, but the ones that go on to survival stage, they've earned that spot.
Absolutely. A big benefit of being in the top 5 as well is that you can really focus on analysis, on really practicing, on getting those strategies ingrained onto your team, as well as researching the other teams more through survival stage, whilst being able to keep your playbook a little bit more hidden. So for Orangutan, I am thrilled that they've been able to get up and into second place. A brilliant result for this roster that hasn't had as much international experience as a lot of the players down on the stage here. Phenomenal stuff. We're going to head down to the stage to make sure that we're locking in everything that needs to be done. Barney, what do you got?
Welcome back to the main stage. Of course, taking the top spot in groups from Group A is 4 Thrives, baby. What an amazing performance. The crowd are behind you. That's got to feel good. Now, IQ, let's talk a little bit about stepping into these 2 group stage days and dominating. How does that feel?
To be honest, we are not really proud of our performance because we missed a lot of chickens, and we will improve in finals, inshallah.
Wow, okay. I mean, still placing in the top spot, but still things to improve on. I like that. Now, Falak, the expectations for you guys is pretty high, okay? Coming off the back of a PMGO victory, and now here, you guys must feel like you're in a really good position to take top spot. Did you exceed your expectations by placing first in group stage, or was this the plan the whole time?
I mean, it's amazing to finish #1 in group stages as well, but the main goal is finals, and our goal is to finish #1 in the finals, so we can win back-to-back championships and make our name in history.
I mean, speaking of making a name in history, the PMGO win, if you manage to secure the win at PMWC, and then in your home country, PMGO, that would be pretty good, wouldn't it, IQ?
Yeah, of course.
Of course it would be pretty good. All right, guys, we have something special to do, which I'm pretty sure you know. Follow me. We're going to go over to the Crusher. Now, as first place finishers, right here at the group stage for your group, you get to do the fun part. Now, I would like you to come and stand up here, all 4 of you, please, behind the awesome Crusher. Now, before we get into the meat of this, can I get you guys to budge around? Budge around a little bit. Budge around, move around, move around, move around. Now, before we get into the meat of this, we've got to say our commiserations, of course, but 3 teams underperformed here And it's brutal, but it's fair. Gaming Stars, Thunder Talk Gaming, and of course X-Force Rejects will be eliminated from the competition. Is there anything that you would like to say to them before you crush their keys?
Sorry guys for crushing your keys, and bye-bye.
Ah, sorry guys, and goodbye. All right, IQ, can you please press this button and that will turn on the crusher and reveal the teeth? Here we go, look at that. See you later, Gaming Stars. Okay, would you like to pull on this lever, crush the remaining keys, and send them into the elimination zone? 3, 2, 1, see you later. Was that satisfying?
Yeah, that's too much.
Too satisfying. Well, you might get to do it in the final with 15 keys. That's the plan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan. All right, Four Thrives, congratulations in placing first in Group A. We've got so much more PMWC action coming your way over the next few days. You can hear the crowd going nuts for Four Thrives. That's what we like to see here at PMWC. But for now, let's head back to the studio so that they can talk about everything that happened over the last 2 days of groups.
It's a sight that we're getting used to seeing. Four Thrives just dominating and honestly not being happy with their performance, Lace. That's insane.
That's crazy because they're the only team to hit triple digits, 107 points. 80 of those guys were actually eliminations. They had 0 chicken dinners. They had about 27 placement points, so that is about like a 2.25 average placement. So most of this was made up by pure firepower.
Yep.
But of course, they don't think that's good enough. And look, that's okay. They want to add the wins to that valiant effort as well.
Especially because we're going to have Smash Rule.
Especially you want to make sure you can actually get those chicken dinners.
But Max,
you know they didn't do it in PMGO Season 1.
One thing we shall not forget. Yeah, congratulations, Four Thrives. You're able to get that first place here for Group A. But this is the first time in a long time that we're going to have an India team at a global final.
I want to take you guys back to the PMWL 2020 Eastern Region. Orange Rock, TSM entity, they made it to the finals and actually did really good back in that event. But now it has been 5 years, 11 months, and 29 days, and that streak has now ended as Orangutan make it to your PMWC 2026 Grand Finals.
And a great performance from that squad, if we're being completely honest. The way that they were able to perform yesterday was impressive in the way that they started off so slow and they were able to become aggressive. This is what we've been wanting to see out of the Indian teams, to match the aggressiveness that the global lobby is currently showcasing. They were able to do that, and they were consistent as well today. WizGod was able to actually get a lot of placement points for that squad in 2 matches.
He really was. It was so exciting to see. And you know what's even crazier, is that Orangutan, out of the 2 Indian teams that we have here, we have Godlike coming up in Group B. Orangutan is the more passive of the 2. Now let's just take a moment and let that sink in. Orangutan are the most passive of the 2 Indian teams here. They're in 2nd place. They've been going all over the place. They've been controlling the lobby. What is going to happen with Group B? I'm scared for everybody else now.
I mean, I was scared after they got their first chicken dinner on Game 6 of day 1. I was like, okay, we need to see a continuation. I was not expecting a back-to-back win. Okay, that was definitely pushing it to the absolute limit. So they're confident. I hope they can bring that confidence into the next stage, which is going to be the Grand Finals. Very exciting. So Aru and the boys keep it going.
Yeah, they're definitely going to keep it going now. So we're going to be seeing the top 5. There you have it. Four Thrives, Orangutan, Aurora Gaming, Team Flash, and Enigma Galaxy. Woo! I'm happy to see that team go back to the finals. And another team that I actually have to give major props to has to be Aurora Gaming. This looks like the squad that we usually expect, Nectura.
It is. I was just thinking that. It's like, oh, finally, they're not just sneaking their way into the top 5 just by the skin of their teeth. Finally, we have a team that has presence here throughout the 2 days. Maybe a little less yesterday, but look, very even across the board. 30 points, 60 elimination points to make that 90-point total. So I'm really, really happy with this. It gives me a little bit of help for those finals.
Yeah, and a bit of a heartbreak too if we're looking at 6th place, Lays, because all esports, they were expected to go directly to the finals. It doesn't end up happening.
And sometimes expectations really do weigh down on you. And this team, has everything that it takes to be in those top 5. But of course, they just didn't really make those kind of macro decisions when it was necessary. So we did see them sort of fall off. And that brings through teams like Team Flash, who like I say, throwing stuff at the wall, making it stick, but they adapted, they pushed through, and Ulf just kind of lost that momentum throughout there. Even Team GOAT, we could say the same type of thing, expecting massive things from them as well. I mean, still a valiant effort, definitely, but these teams, it is surprising.
Yeah, I mean, looking also on the first page for a quick second, we had 80 eliminations from 4 Thrives. They had 20 more eliminations than the second place at the squad in terms of eliminations, which is Aurora. Absolute raw domination from these guys. Though on the second page, heartbreak has been created for some of these squads. X-Force Rejects, Thunder Talk Gaming, Gaming Stars. That is the end of their adventure.
Can I just take you on a little bit of an emotional journey for
Let me get ready.
Rejects, guys?
Take us on it.
Now, I was watching Devil's little health bar surviving for so incredibly long in that last match. This was after they just obliterated Gaming Star. They set a trap on KRX, and the Shiva was able to escape, got picked off by 4 Thrives, and Devil's just traveling around in the vehicle trying to hold on for dear life, but obviously couldn't cement themselves and put themselves in that position. They were able to get 8 eliminations, and they just had to hold on for a little bit more placement, and they could have overtaken RRQ. But of course, that's not how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah,
that was such a sad story.
I know.
It's not how the cookie crumbled for some of these teams. We saw that squads that are also going to be going to Survival Max. Besides Ulf, which team are you surprised by that is actually going to be going to Survival?
I mean, Ulf, of course, as you said, but Furia. Like, sorry, the opening day was just not there, but it's fine because you guess what? We got the survival stage, and I think that this is a team that, despite being very aggressive, don't have a massive ego. I think they're willing to reconsider how they approach PMWC. They took a massive L here multiple times this year, right? Not able to really quite make it to second or first place. We had PMGO Season 1, we had PMMI, the Macau Invitational. But you know what? I think here, Niptra, they couldn't come back swinging with a vengeance in that survival stage.
Oh, absolutely. We definitely saw some really cool stuff coming in from them today, just a little bit
too
late. Yeah, so maybe survival stage, they'll just start that same track from the beginning and we'll have a much better result for them. Yeah, I think there's a couple of teams that we could really talk about because there was some definite surprises here.
Which other team surprised you?
For me, KRX. They were top 5 at the end of yesterday, and they just were non-existent. We could see them trying. There was, a few eliminations over onto the edge there, different sides of the mid game into the late game. They were trying to do something, but they just kept getting caught out. I think they were just too hesitant. They weren't confident enough, and that really ended up messing with them. So for me, definitely going to the survival stage, again, same as Furia, they need to just start that from the beginning.
Another big upset, actually, I want to bring up before we wrap it up on the desk here, is actually GOAT team, right? They were so high up on the...
They were second place.
They were in second place, but not only that, they had 2 chicken dinners. You are part of the few teams that didn't qualify, and you have 2 chicken dinners under your belt. GOAT team, we know this team has a lot of potential coming out of the EECA region, but here, you got to go back to the drawing board because this was just not enough to make it out of the group of death.
And one of the main concerns that we had for that squad was what were their matches going to be looking like when they didn't end up getting those wins? Well, we ended up getting the result for that, and now we're looking at the daily MVP, which is just such a big, take this, because you're not going directly to the finals, and it's none other than Aaron, Max.
Oh, why you got to throw that to me? I like Aaron. He's really good. Well, I feel bad for him, but you know what? Aaron, you're really good. You proved it once again, but you got to come back stronger in the survival stage, which that one's going to be stacked because all the teams that also failed in Group B are going to be there, so everyone is going to be aiming for that heavily contested top 6.
That's going to be the main one, and here at Group A, we have talked about it multiple times. It did seem a little bit more passive than what we're expected to at a global event. I feel like with Group B coming tomorrow, make sure you guys tune in because Group B, I got a feeling, Lace, it's going to be a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, there's going to be a few teams that obviously we've seen, other teams in their region perform incredibly well. And now we're going to have teams that beat them in their original region come to play in this lobby. So it will be incredibly spicy.
It will be spicy. Who's going to end up joining the squads that are now in the finals? Who will end up going to survival? And then we'll figure it out in Sunday. Who's going to get those keys crushed? Coops, man, once again, we got to give this man some extra props. I feel like that is such a big difference for the squad of Enigma Galaxy, and you can see it because he's just able to secure points that they're usually not able to with their sub 8-0.
Yes, I mean, when you look at the overall strategy from Enigma Galaxy, I would say it's the same to what we saw from them back in PMMI, back in PMGO Season 1, right, going for those 2-2 splits. That's something they've done before. But Coops, enables those players to just level up to the next level and actually work on a global level. So right now, I would say Coops is like the main reason why they've been doing so well in this group. And going into the finals, Enigma Galaxy, if they maintain what they've done so far, a Mina win, that could be in the cards.
Ooh, a Mina win, maybe a top 3 as well. You got to think about, we're talking so much about Coops, but we want to see Satan, Lord, step it up as well.
We do. I mean, we did see Lord in that one Miramar game coming clutch, but, you know, he kind of had the high ground, which really did help him out a little bit there. But yeah, Satan as well. We really want to be able to, you know, go, where is he? What's he doing? There he is. As we look at the top 5 players, and it is going to be Falak with the #1 spot, 25 eliminations, 5,000
are we
damage.
surprised?
You got 3 players off 4 thrives on the top 5 players, by the way.
Excuse me.
And talking about that, I want you to look at number 5 because T24 was not happy with his performance earlier, especially from day 1. And he looked at me at the beginning of the day and he said, 7, today I'm going to show up. And boy, did he end up showing up.
I have so many kudos to give T24. I don't know where he is
gone.
now. I think he's gone. Aw. But T24, this guy has been so amazing today. I've really watched him step up. I've watched him throughout the years. I used to coach the guy. He got us to PMGC in 2023. I'm so proud of what he's been able to do here with this team. It's really, really good. And yeah, to just see him be able to pop off the way he has as a fragger, as that support player as well, has been really, really great to see. So big kudos to him.
As Blank says, T24 shuts the door.
He does.
Not only shuts the door, shuts the little box of loot on the other enemies and sends them back to the lobby. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, this does end up concluding Group A. It is none other than Lace, Maxman, Neptura, and the 7WG. Don't forget that tomorrow is going to be the start of Group B for PMWC at EWC 26. Tune in. We might get more surprises.
That was payback.
Bye.